Hello! So today we're going to talk about casting director workshops. Now, this is a controversial topic because some people think they are a total scam and some people think they're a valuable tool. Now, I fall somewhere in the middle. I think there is definitely a scam element to them, but they can be useful. So let me explain what they are in case any of my viewers don't know. Basically, a casting director workshop is when you pay money to audition for a casting director. There is a little Q&A before you go in for a one-on-one audition, but the Q&A is pretty much bullshit because after you've done a couple of them, you know what they're going to say. They might have a different opinion on if they like postcards, but really it's all about the audition. So, my first bit of advice is do not do them if you do not have an agent. Because, yes, people have been called in directly from these auditions, but it doesn't happen that often. I know one person who this has happened to, and I know a lot of people. And it's much more about the relationship building. It's about when they're going through their digital breakdowns, which you can only be submitted to if you have an agent or manager, and they see your face and they've seen you and they remember you, they are much more likely to click on you if they liked you and call you in for an audition. And then when you get in the room with them, you've met them before, so that little rapport also helps. Oh, let me add, if you're non-union, don't bother auditioning for casting directors because they're not going to cast or even call in a non-union actor. They're just not going to do it because they can't cast you. They can't. They have to cast union people. So that's a complete waste of money if you do that. Okay, so next thing is go somewhere that has some sort of evaluation system. Example, recently I have been to a place called the Actors Key, and this is like a sample evaluation of theirs. Notice all fives. Of course, I pick one with all fives to show on this video. They're not all perfect, unfortunately. Yeah, but there's Annette Robinson. Must be an awesome person. She didn't call me in, though. Because if you don't get evaluation, you don't know what they're thinking of you. Maybe they're hating you. Maybe your scene is not working. You can also go to places that actually audition everyone to even be able to be allowed to do the workshops. And, you know, then hopefully the people that come to see you are going to expect a little more quality and might not just be there for the money, which some of them are just there for the money. That's the sad truth. Some of them are. Now I have a little story to go along with this. When I first got to town, I went to a place called AIA. They're still around. They might have changed their ways, but at the time they took anyone, and there was no evaluations. There'd be a little bullshit Q&A, and then you'd go in, do your thing, and you'd leave. I was with the same group, and now actually on that one you could see the other people audition. It wasn't a one-on-one. It was you'd sit in front of the group. So I would see the other people audition. Some of them were terrible. Terrible. Week after week. Same scene, same group I was with. Terrible. And so was I. I have to think that so was I. But I didn't know. Just like these other people didn't know. And I didn't tell them and they didn't tell me. So I damaged my career because everyone I met, if my picture came across their desk, they would not even think of calling me in. Years later, I ran into an agent I auditioned for at that time named Tony Martinez. And I talked to him. He remembered me. He remembered that I sucked. Hopefully I redeemed myself at that time, but all the years between the two meetings, he never would have considered representing me because he had seen me. If my headshot had come across his desk, he would have been like, seen this guy, he was not good. Let's moving on. So do not do workshops if you're not ready because you can damage your career, and that is a big point to take away. Aside from that, there's also agent and casting director workshops. Similar thing, they're usually somewhat cheaper. The difference is with them, you don't really care about building a relationship because if they don't sign you, there's no reason to have a relationship with them. So, I mean, you can go to the same people more than once, but space it out because if they don't take you because they have someone your type, that's probably not going to change real quick. Because for agents and managers, I've gotten a lot of perfect scores. They love me, no call. and they have my type or something else that I don't know, but you know, you can't let it get to you. I mean, the agent I have now, I did not get through a workshop. I got through just submissions. So whether you do an agent workshop, casting director workshop, whatever, that's all your decision. It's not a mandatory thing you have to do in this business. It can help. It can also be like banging your head against the wall. So it's really like many decisions in this business, a personal decision. I'm just giving you the facts. So remember, like my video, subscribe to my channel, and watch all my videos a bunch of times. All right? Okay. See you soon.